Gallery.
The Gliese gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
I remember this place. Oh, I remember this place. I've played this game way too many times. Yeah, have a look around. So I could look at these girls.
The girls were in a world of their own. Hi, girls. What's the joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
Okay, fine.
That's the worst Japanese I've ever heard in my life. I wish I didn't talk to them now.
The pots were protected by a glass case.
That was cringy as fuck. And let's just not talk. Oh, well, they ruined the whole. They've ruined my whole recording. Thanks. And let's talk to. We'll talk to this guy. We'll talk to the drunk in a minute. Mr. Wobbly over there.
Are you Mr. Gliese, the owner?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
You're English?
These days, one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Bloody
Sure.
don't.
Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
Be English. You're not European, you wanker. You're born and bred in England. Never forget that. Asshole.
I'd like your opinion on this pot.
Oh, I'm European. Fuck off.
Interesting. Would sir be interested in selling the article?
That depends. How much would you give me for it?
300? Possible 325?
I'll think about it.
Wow. I mean, is it wrong that I'd sell it? It's not mine. Professor 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮 is not going to want it.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
Wow.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Have you heard of Professor 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮 himself.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮 uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
How is that a commercial secret? Wait, I don't get that. I don't know import-export. But surely that's not a commercial secret, is it?
Who's that guy over there?
That's Mr. Lane, sir, the critic. I'm hoping he'll give the gallery a favorable write-up. One has to be so patient with these critics. Lure them in with the correct bait, watch for a bite, then play them like a fish.
Well, he's certainly drinking like one.
Yeah, you ought to be careful. Look at him wobbling. Why would you let somebody drink alcohol around, like, priceless artifacts? That's you wouldn't, would you? That's like sparking up a doobie in like a fucking museum and going around touching all this shit. That'd be brilliant. I'd pay to do that.
Do you believe the story that 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮 murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Wow. Dude, you should never judge a book by its cover. That's just stupid. Like, we can tell automatically that this guy's a complete dick. Prick.
Have you seen any of 𝘱𝘨𝘮𝘮's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated.
I mean, her name is Carol Climax, remember? I mean, I don't know. Is she a porn star? Is that... I don't remember if she is or not. I doubt it. But I really should Google her name, but I'm scared. I'm very scared.
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
Yeah, I noticed. I've already got one of those.
Well, he didn't explain that it was obsidian. It's not stone. I mean, obsidian is stone, but should have been a bit more, you know, correct. Credit card machine. Holy crap! You can tell this is the 90s. You don't get them anymore.
It was a machine for reading credit cards.
It's like well, and again, maybe. Would that be the same as a swipe machine? Am I thinking about the checkbooks I used to get? I don't remember. Everything blurs together for me. The older you get, the more the lines blur.
You're Lane, the critic, aren't you?
It's like I'm in the Matrix.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy? Doing what?
Appreciating the art. Or depreciating it. I have a reputation to uphold.
I could tell this guy was going to be hard work.
It's not. Just, we've got absinthe, haven't we? We'll just give them some of that.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Yes. Very rapuche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
That's
What the hell do you think you're doing?
$320 down the drain, that is.
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
Wow, George, you're such a pushover. Should have lamped him. Is that my English coming out of me? That's the British bleeding through, that is. I think first from a fist, and then think about the consequences after I'm in jail. For GBH.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
That means that he's tasted urine. Interesting.
That pot you smashed belonged to Professor 𝘱𝘬𝘴.
Did it really? I thought the man had more taste.
This guy is such an asshole.
I wasn't going to waste any more
Love
breath
it.
talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge.
So, if you scroll over... Oh, can I pick up my pot?
The pot had smashed into too many
Aw.
pieces to retrieve.
Oh. So, if you... wait for him to... if you look at him, you can look at his glass. So, you need to pour in your... I keep going up there for the items. Why did it change that, you stupid game? You pour in absinthe into his glass. If he decides to bring his glass up. There you go. There you go, mate.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Excellent. Whoa.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. What do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Glees's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Oh, he wants some more, does he? Okay.
Allow me.
Nice. Oh, that's some sexy revenge right there. Hopefully he's insured. Stab him. Let's laugh at him.
Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me.
Not insured the shelving. That's weird.
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
Can we not loot him?
He was out for the count.
Ah, shame.
There was nothing worth retrieving from the mess.
Oh well, now he's distracted. Let's
I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
I mean, there's always possible excuse to use a credit card reader. We need to look on. I think this is the only one to look at. Okay, so yeah. Let's have a look. Right, George, have a look.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. The packing case contained nothing.
Can I take the label? There we go. It's a pain in the arse to get.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
We know where Mars is.
It was beginning to make sense. 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘴 had organized Nico's abduction. 𝘨𝘨𝘮 withdrew money from Marseille.
Mars.
𝘨𝘨 was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train. It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
So, I'm not sure how many of you would have played the demo that came with a video game magazine back in the day, but this is where my beginning of, what would you call it? The beginning of my journey into Broken Sword started in this area. This is the very first part in any Broken Sword game I played. Back in the day, I played a demo of this to death. Can never get out of this stupid warehouse. I had to get a walkthrough from my cousin, and that took ages to get. So there's a few things we can do here. We need to get over this fence. That's our objective. We need to get into the docks behind, but we can't because there's a dog here.
Here, boy.
Pretty sure the dog's name's 20. So we'll go here first. Talk to this guy. As if he's littering.
Hi, good morning.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
I'm in
Well,
time,
you're too
man.
early.
His dad must have been a hippie. I like asking these questions for this guy.
Take a look at this letter.
This guy's got some amazing comebacks.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice.
This guy's me.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, pal, what is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
What would you hunt with that? Mice?
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
I don't. I hate monkeys.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one.
Not this one either.
Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible.
That would be a very smelly dirigible.
Have you ever heard of Professor 𝘨𝘨𝘮𝘴?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
I'll shave the pants for later because it's funny.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her, and you should tell her. The docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah, struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
The very same. I could tell he didn't believe me.
I mean, who would? Like, who would believe this random dude who's told you a poison dart, told you his girlfriend got kidnapped, said poison dart? You would not believe this guy at all, would you? You'd think it's absolutely bonkers.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. come back in a month.
Month?
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other. Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker. Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, it comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say. What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't look like he has the energy to wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's annoyed. Then she's like a tiger with a rat up its ass.
Sweet.
A very odd way to describe your wife.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it? I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
Gotta ask yourself why George is still carrying these around. That's...
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Ouch!
Gotcha! That'll learn you to leave things alone.
I forgot he does that. Smacks your hand with a spoon. So we need this hook down here. Never forget this hook. I mean, you can almost guarantee where your collectibles are, because they have a...
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats.
I mean, it's normally what boat hooks are for, George, for hooking boats. I'm gonna use it on the bottle that the guy just threw out. If you don't go to the window first, he doesn't throw shit out there. He doesn't throw his bottle outside. And we need this bottle.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
Yeah, we can have something funny. Go through the trapdoor. And talk to this guy.
Excuse me?
Huh? Who's there?
George landed right on his nuts. It's almost hilarious. Not if you're a bloke. Oh yeah, this game has the double click to skip thing, where if you double click on scenery or an exit, say these steps, if you double click on it, they will automatically TP out. So if I come over here, that's why my main complaint about Broken Sword 1 was George was constantly walking around, even in serious situations where he was in a hurry and he's still walking. So if you double click, see, it automatically transitions. Yeah, it's bloody great. It comes in very handy. So we need this cone. We need to get inside this hut, basically. So what you do is you use the bottle of water on the chimney. If you don't, George burns his hand. I mean, should we
no.
we burn his hand anyway?
Ouch! That's hot.
We can try to use the pants on it.
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
Say about my pants.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
Ink.
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
So we need to use the bottle in the pipe. It's for arseholes.
The bottle had blocked the chimney,
Whoops.
and the hut was filling up with smoke.
Let's talk to this guy from here. See if he says anything. What's up, mate?
Is something wrong?
Something wrong? I nearly choked to death.
Why don't you get some air? Take a long walk along the pier. I could stay here and watch the gate.
Oh no, you'd be through that gate as soon as my back was turned.
With that crazy dog around? Someday I hope to have kids.
Okay. So we can go into the hut now. He's outside. So as you can see, you know, you kind of guess what collectibles are in this game because they kind of highlighted it. Like these dog biscuits, they're like they're obvious. They stand out more. So we take the biscuits, and the thing we should never ever forget is to
The packet was full of dog biscuits.
Thanks, George. Is searching the coal scuttle.
Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck. Who was I to argue with irrational superstition?
I'm right. Can we take the beans?
Baked beans in ketchup.
We can leave now. There's nothing else in here that we need. I should never forget that lucky piece of coal. That lucky piece of coal. Oh, there we go. And it's back. Yeah, that lucky piece of coal is going to be your lifesaver. It comes in handy later on in like funny situations. So we use the dog biscuits on the platform.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
And then we use the boat hook on the platform. Sorry, dog.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
It's alive.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a dog.
And it's gone. Now we can hop the fence. But you talk to this guy again just to tell him that his dog gone.
Do you recognize this metal cone?
Say, that's just like the Tin Man wore. You know, the Wizard of Oz.
I'd have never taken you for a fan of Dorothy and Toto.
That dumb kid? She ruined the whole damn thing for me, all that singing and stuff. Anyhow, she wasn't even a real kid. They stuffed her in a corset so her titties didn't show.
He's actually not wrong. He is not wrong. The fact that he said titties.
Let me in and I'll give you this lump of coal.
I got plenty of coal already. You always carry it around in your pocket?
I heard it was lucky.
Superstitious crap. I got a whole bucket of it in here and it ain't brought me no luck.
What's the problem with the stove?
I don't know. Damn flue seems to be blocked.
Maybe some bird built a nest in the chimney.
Huh?
A gull, maybe, or an albatross.
Albatross my ass. That chimney's too hot. What's wrong with your hand?
In my hand? Oh, friction burns.
Friction burns?
Yeah, I slid down a rope.
You don't want to make a habit of that, pal.
See you later.
George's witty comment. It's like his on-the-fly humor is always funny. We can get over this fence now. And the guy's none the wiser. I love how his dog's still swimming around in the pool on the left. I don't know why he's sneaking. Oh god, Lord. This is the first time George can die, if I remember correctly. So I'm pretty sure if you knock on this door, he can't hear you. I think.
The din must have drowned out the sound of my knocking.
Yeah. So we need to go up the ladder. Unfortunately, you can't do the skip thing up the ladder.
Maybe there was a way in up there.
Kind of find it very odd that there's a ladder that leads into the building at the side of a building. Sure, this is the security hazard. Is that what was that guy's name? Pablo? Something? Big dickhead. So if we use the boat hook on the fan, mess this day up.
That did the trick.
Yeah,
the
damn right
fan
it did.
clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
It was all your fault, you
Garzak.
bonehead.
That must be his boss.
Yeah, what a massive tool. If he didn't like knock out George and Nico, like he could have got this. Okay, got down that ladder. What a Superman. Yeah, if he didn't knock out George and Nico, yeah, he could have easily got the stone from them. Like they would have come, know that 𝘱𝘏𝘴 wasn't there, then he could have just followed them around and got the stone that way. Thing is, he knocked Nico and George out without getting knowledge if they have the stone or not. Like some kind of typical asshole. So, George can die here. I'm going to save, and then we can watch him die together. Because it's always funny. So, if we knock on the door. Avon. It's funny this guy doesn't realise it's Hugh. So, we could say we're a copper. We could say pizza. I'm going to say my name's George Stobart.
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
What do you want?
Spider.
I want to return your spider. I pulled its legs off, which is exactly what I'm going to do to you.
Holy
I
shit,
got
George.
a feeling he wasn't too pleased to see me.
No. So now you have to run away. Or you can just stand still and wait for him to come out and kill you. Because it's funny. Sorry, George. He's so tall. I need to have his eyes open. Creepy.